Hi, I'm Terry Davis. I'm the smartest programmer that's ever lived. I was chosen by God to make his temple. I was given divine intellect. So let's say you have an integer I, and you say I equals 1, 2, 3, 4. There we can see 1, 2, 3, 4 in the hexadecimal, 4D2. Now if we say I equals A, there you can see it's ASCII 4165. Okay. In Temple OS, my compiler will put together multiple characters in a character constant. We don't do Unicode. We do ASCII, 8-bit ASCII, not 7-bit. 7-bit signed ASCII is retarded. Anyway, so we do 8-bit ASCII. 7-bit ASCII, signed ASCII is retarded. Anyway, so now there was a who came up with this idea. Well, that's pretty delicious. The way we do it is we just say hello, and we use this goes to standard out, and we use the printf. So the way we do it, so to print C out, so we make a statement like this. I hit F5, there we go, hello, 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 hello. Okay, so if we do you can imagine, what do you think this is going to do? Okay, so A, B, C, D. Let's unassemble this. And here we have here's an ASCII A with a call to put char. Then we have a string with a call to print. We have a put char, print, put char, print. Okay. So as a matter of fact, we can have up to 8 characters in a character constant. So as a matter of fact, we can get this done with. I was just gonna look at that. Pretty nice, huh? So let's make sure it runs right. So there we got A, B, C, D at the bottom, right? See the A, B, C, D. Okay, so so you can see we don't have to have the name main. We can say demo, and we can do demo. We can do demo several times. We can do this. Okay, so I'm the smartest programmer's ever lived. Anyway, so what if we have, I'm going to show you, so the most important thing in programming is naming. So let's call this, that's kind of ironic. You caught me off guard. Switch demo, how about that? Okay, so the most important thing in programming is naming. The most powerful statement in the C language is the switch statement. This is the most powerful, the best statement in the C language is the switch statement. That is the most powerful statement. This is kind of a, okay, so we're doing a, maybe you want me to make this, well, anyway, I hope you'll forgive. Okay, why don't I do this correctly? Oh, I fucking. Okay, so I'm doing an example that is not the best way to program, obviously. Okay, so so let's do this. So we print 1 to 9. And what happens if we do 20? What happens if we do 20? We get 1 through 9, 0 through 9. Okay, so how does this work? A lot of people, the CIA wants you to think it's nothing more than if then else. The CIA wants you to think it's the same as if else. It's not. The way a switch statement works is there's a lookup table, and what it does is it looks up in the table, and then it jumps ahead to some code, to a segment of code, and then the code jumps to the bottom to a common location to continue. Here we are, we're calling the put chars and so forth. Now notice here, do you know why we have this compare to 10? Why is this comparison to 10 here? Okay, so the first comparison, RSI is the local register variable. Now, why is this comparison to 10 here? Do you know why? That's because the switch only has a range of 10. Now, what if we were only doing up to 10? We wouldn't really need to compare to 10, would we? But there's no way to signal in normal C. There's no way to tell the compiler that you're not going to violate that. So you know what Holy C has? Okay, look at this. So the code size is BB. Okay, the code size is BB. Holy C has a syntax for a switch statement that doesn't include the range check, the switch statement without the range check. Now the code size is B1, and it no longer has the comparison to 10. Okay, so that's why I'm the smartest programmer that's ever lived. Now, furthermore, I came up with so a lot of the improvements to a language are kind of junk, but I came up with some genuine improvements that if you can improve the C language, that shows you're a genius who's smarter than every programmer that's ever come before. I am smarter than every programmer before me. I am smarter than every programmer before me. Do you want to know why I'm smarter than every programmer before me? Because I have improved the C syntax in a way that is not delicious. Any can make some feature, but I've improved it in a way that's not delicious. Okay, any can make it delicious. I'm the smartest programmer that's ever lived. Look at that. You see how we got those? Now, how is this coded? Okay, so it's pretty clear that it does a jump when it hits a break, and it just jumps down to the common. Now, I had to do something I'm ashamed of. I had to put a call to a subroutine that I stuck right here. I'm kind of ashamed of that. And as a matter of fact, God just questioned my judgment. He said, Terry, are you worthy to be the man who makes the temple? If you are, you must answer, is this delicious or is this divine intellect? And that's the question. I'll leave you with that. You know, Google, they ask you interview questions. Well, the kind of question I face on the job is this delicious? Is this too much voodoo for our purposes, for our mission statement? Our mission is to be a modern Commodore 64. Is this too much voodoo? This is voodoo. The question is this too much? And this is the hardest question you could ever face in programming. This right here is the hardest question. Right here is the hardest question in programming. Is this too much voodoo for the next 10 centuries as for God's official temple? Holy C, This is the hardest question in programming right here, okay? There it is, hardest question in programming.